Heyo! It's a Fantasy Chairmen podcast coming back at your ear holes. I'm Ben.
Ear holes?
Yes.
That's gross.
Coming right back at them.
Well, I guess I'm Alex coming at your ear holes as well.
Yep.
And we got Chance also coming at your ear holes.
So we hope you enjoy the sultry sounds of our voices as we talk to you about fantasy football and all things great about the NFL. We've got a good show on tap for you today, doing bold predictions. Bold predictions. And if we remember right, Alex didn't get very many of these right last year.
Do you even remember the ones from last year?
Oh, nope. We could have pulled them up, I guess.
Actually, I bet I could find them right now. So
we just know you were wrong.
You do interference while I look this up here.
All right, we're gonna mingle here for a little bit, Chance, while Alex looks through some notes over there about the bold predictions from last year.
Oh, they're all dusty. Oh, God.
Man.
Ew.
We have not upgraded our system very much.
No, our system is...
Still using the paper system.
Oh, man. Let me go through our charting here.
We introduced myself and Alex and Chance, but for the first time ever, we've got Statman Kyle over in the corner of the room today. Give the people a wave, Kyle. There you go.
Kyle did just wave back to all you listeners.
He did, indeed. He actually gave you a wave.
To all you people.
Over the podcast so that you can see all of us. It is Sunday, August 8th while we record this. You're probably listening to us on Monday. But not a whole lot of news that's happened since Chance and I mock drafted a couple days ago. So I don't think we've got too much news unless anybody has anything that happened there. James Washington requesting a trade. But then Mike Tomlin said he did not request a trade.
Very curious. Very curious.
Curious.
Curious and curious.
Curious and curious. Do you ever find those bold predictions over there?
They're so dusty. I can't find them.
We're off to a hot start today.
I got the if you ain't first, you're last. I got the.
That's a good one.
Ooh, I got the Three Little Bears and
the Goldilocks.
The Goldilocks episode, yeah. Found those ones.
All right.
Man, that one. Oh, wait.
That episode's coming down the pipeline. The Goldilocks episode.
Found it.
Let me see mine here. Brian Edwards is the best rookie wide receiver of the season.
Okay. Yuck.
You.
That didn't happen. No.
Gross.
Pat Mahomes breaks single season touchdown record.
Wow.
I don't think he came close to that, really.
Yeah.
And Will Fuller plays all 16 games.
Wow.
That almost happened. He didn't get hurt.
He didn't get injured.
He just got
suspended.
Did not get injured. Was all. Jeez.
Man.
That was it.
It doesn't have mine on there?
Where are yours at? No, I think
you
wrote.
Important enough.
Yeah, you wrote yours on your own paper, if I remember right.
Well, I know that Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy being top 24 wide receivers was one of them, and that. Wow. That did not happen.
Wow.
The other one was Nick Chubb was going to be top 8 running back, and Kareem Hunt was going to be top 15, I believe.
Yeah.
And that just about panned out. They were both up there.
It was up there.
Nick Chubb ended up being, running back 12, and Kareem Hunt was up in the top 10. It was somewhere along those lines, so it was pretty close on that one.
It wasn't too bad.
And I don't remember what my third one was, but I know on the first year lasts I did fairly decent on those. But we'll get to that. We're doing that episode before the season.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing first or last again this year?
I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We'll see. I don't know if we have time for that.
I know we were doing...
Our schedule's somewhere around here.
Chairman choices.
Well, yeah.
And Goldilocks.
Yeah, Goldilocks is a must.
We got those coming up.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And then, yeah, Goldilocks is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's
too hot, too cold,
just right. Too hot, too cold, and just right.
Yep.
It's a fan favorite episode.
It is. It
and
is.
by fan favorite, I mean myself.
Yeah.
And all the fans.
It's not a bad one. Okie doke. Well, do we want to just get right into it then?
Well, I think we're just going to dive into bold predictions. We each got 2 bold predictions apiece here. And Statman Kyle is going to be helping us out over there in the corner, helping us make our cases here. So let's go ahead and get in to the bold predictions.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
And it is a bold strategy, Cotton. For sure.
Yes, it is.
All right, so I think we'll each just take turns going through some of our bold predictions here.
Well, why don't you guys start it off over there since you're all buddied up?
I'll let Chance go ahead and kick us off with his first one. And this is bold. I like it.
You think it's that bold?
I like it.
So my first bold prediction is going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick finishes as a top 10 QB this year.
Whoa.
So you all know Ryan Fitzpatrick, the journeyman, Fitzmagic.
Oh, yeah.
Been all over kind of the, I would say, east side of the country. Almost, 5-6 different teams?
He's played for every NFL team plus a few CFLs, right? No, maybe not quite yet.
So only 3 of the seasons that he's played, he's finished 16 games. In 2 of those 3 games, he finished number 11. So I think with the roster he got right now, he's going to get top 10. He's going to break that top 10 with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel. Then you got Antonio Gibson they're wanting to use as kind of like a Christian McCaffrey type of player in the backfield.
Don't even forget about Diami Brown.
And Diami Brown.
Oh, that Diami.
And then you also got Logan Thomas at the tight end. So they're
You guys are missing the most important one of all of them, J.D. McKissick, the
JD
receiving back specialist.
Oh, man.
The guy.
Either way, they got a lot better offense than they've had in the past. And I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to make some big plays. We know how he likes to make those risky throws, and he's going to have those safe ones, say Antonio Gibson. So I think he's going to ball out this year and finish top 10 for the first time in his career. So some of that real magic that he has.
Well, there's one thing you can guarantee with Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's either going to be 3 touchdowns or it's going to be 3 interceptions, and it's going to happen real quick most of the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just with the offense they have, and then they got a defense to kind of support him being on the back. So I think he'll be able to make some smart plays and get those yards and touchdowns that everybody's wanting out of him for the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's bold. I like it. I may have overshot when I said he played for every NFL team plus some CFL teams.
You weren't far off, though.
Fitzmagic has played for 8 different NFL franchises, has never made the playoffs for any of those. Never made the playoffs in his storied journeyman career. Never made the playoffs. Never been a top 10 fantasy quarterback. So that's what makes this pretty bold here, Chance. I don't remember when the last time he started 16 games was, but normally he's either getting benched for the younger, I wouldn't say studlier, because if you look at Fitzpatrick, he's clearly the stud of the NFL.
Stud. Can't have chest hair like that and not be a stud.
But he hasn't played all 16 games for a while, Chance. I
think it's been 5 or 6 years.
Right now, Ryan Fitzmagic is being drafted towards the end of most drafts right now. I'm seeing him go in like the 15th, 16th round of most mock drafts that I've been doing. So he would be a steal, an absolute steal if you were to take him at the end of your draft. This is in 12-team leagues, usually half PPR scoring that I'm seeing this. Non-superflex, just one quarterback. So if he were to be a top 10 quarterback, he would be a steal at the end of your draft. So if you're going to wait on QB, Fitzmagic's probably going to be a good one to snag there at the end.
So just to let you guys know, Statman Kyle just pulled this up for us. The last time he played 16 games was in 2015 for the New York Jets.
Oh man.
Is Heineke going to give him a run for his money?
I'm not worried about Heineke. I think, oh my gosh. No, I think Fitzpatrick. I think Ron Rivera knows what he has in Fitzpatrick, and he knows what he has in the team, and he's either going to go for go big or go home. And if they lose hard, then maybe they'll be in consideration for a top quarterback in next year's draft.
And this is a professional segue into Alex's second bold prediction right here.
You want me to roll right into it?
It blends perfectly.
You want me to roll right into that?
Just jump on in, buddy.
Okay,
Feet first, unless you want to shock and awe the world at the end.
No, I will. Okay, fine. I'll just do it. Whatever. I'll just go right in. Okay, well, my second bold prediction, since Ben is just going to spoil it for you all.
You were working into it perfectly, and I just thought it was going to work out fine.
This is probably the boldest of all of them.
I know. I love it. Hit them with it.
Boldest. Whatever. We'll just do it. We'll just finish early. My second bold prediction is the Washington football team will make the Super Bowl this year. That's right. You heard it here first, people.
It's a bold strategy,
What
Cotton.
are the
Let's see
odds
if it
looking
pays
like
off
for
for
them?
him.
There, Alex.
The Las Vegas odds right now are 5,000 to 1, people. So get out there and put a little bit of money down on the Washington football team.
Wow.
That's
You mean you'd be winning some money?
Yeah,
for sure.
yes, 5,000 to 1.
You think they can surpass the Dallas Cowboys to win the division again this year? If Dak stays healthy, which Dak's not quite healthy right now. We talked about his shoulder strain on the last episode. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know, but
They squeaked through that division with a 7-9 record last year. I mean, that's some Super Bowl confidence for me.
they did. But that was Ron Rivera's first year last year. He kind of got a basis of what he has out there, and he still was able to make the playoffs, which was very impressive.
We can't forget that Ron Rivera was also dealing with fighting cancer
At the same
all
time,
season.
Yeah.
also dealing with abysmal quarterback play. I mean, who were the starting QBs for the Washington football team? It wasn't Alex Smith, was it? Heineke. Yeah.
Kyle Allen, I think, made a few starts.
Kyle Allen made a few. Yeah, so he had a litany of quarterbacks that he had to kind of game plan around. Now you got Ryan Fitzpatrick, and it's just the football team has a stellar defense along with an offense led by a quarterback that can get you a bunch of yards and a bunch of scores really quick if you need it. So,
I just need to remind you, top 10, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
top 10 Ryan Fitzpatrick. So I don't know. They have sneaky. They're like dark horse Super Bowl potential, but I'm calling it. I'm saying they're making it this year.
Very bold.
They definitely don't have a gauntlet that they have to work their way through. Looking at their schedule, they got the likes of the Falcons, the Saints. I don't think the Saints have done much with their defense and weren't necessarily world beaters last year.
No. I mean,
Packers, sort of the same thing.
yeah, they'll have. They got the Bills in week 3, Chiefs in week 6, Packers week 7, Buccaneers week 10.
Denver and Tampa Bay there might be a tough little stretch for them.
And then Dallas week 14 and 16, and then Philadelphia weeks 15 and 17.
They could round out their season strong.
The end of
towards the
the last few weeks, their last stretch, they have Raiders 13, Cowboys 14, Eagles 15, Cowboys 16, Eagles 17, Giants 18. So they could go on a run.
All division games at the end.
Yep. So
Make that division push there, right?
And all they got to do is just get into the playoffs. And those dark horse teams, you got to be careful. They can wreck some dreams real quick.
All right, you heard it here first. Alex's choice for Super Bowl champions are the Washington football team.
Mark it down, dude. Mark it down. Mark it down.
Market 0, dude.
Market 8, dude.
Wow.
So, yeah, there you go. Okay.
You sure you don't want to make a case
And
anymore
I'm
here?
spent.
Oh,
What? That was my big one. That was my big one.
Alex's bold
There you go.
prediction.
My other one's whatever. I mean, yeah, it's kind of bold, but yeah.
Sorry. If we were better at this, we would have like transitioned, had Fitzmagic towards the end, and then just segued right into it. But we
Could have.
Yeah.
We just played 18 holes of golf out in the sun, and it's been a long day already. We're just kind of jumping into this, so
Oh, man.
we just wanted to get the bold predictions out to you. It doesn't matter what order we give it to you in. You get to hear them anyway. So take those for what they're worth. My bold prediction,
Your first one?
my first one, is
You know what? No, give me your second one. You made me give you your second one. Give me your second one.
Give him your second one.
Give me the second one.
He's calling
What is
you
it?
out. He's calling you out.
Yeah.
you guys want the second one?
Yeah, because it's the bigger of the two, isn't it?
No, it's not actually. It could be either way. All right, my second bold prediction, since I threw Alex all off and now he's
No, I was flustered.
flustered. We got him on tilt. We're not even drafting right now. I don't. This is.
There's no tilt. I'm positive with my prediction. I was just ready to rock and roll. I had all my notes up for the first one.
He's full tilt.
He's full tilt.
Okay, I'll go with my second bold prediction, and that is Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley going over 1,800 yards receiving this year. 1,800 yards receiving. And
If I had the bold strategy cotton button, I'd push it right now. Right now.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah.
look at that.
Bold strategy
You
cotton.
just triggered it
I
saying
know.
it.
You know what? That's another thing we need to write down with improvements. I got to have me a little.
We need to get you a little.
We need to get a little button board here, and then I
specific
can press some
button board.
buttons, and then the middle of us, and then yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
How many people have finished over 1,800 yards in their career in the NFL?
That's
Well-
a good question. I'm glad you asked. Kyle's on that now.
Statman Kyle, can you look that up for us, please? I know that no receiver has ever finished over 2,000 yards.
And I believe Calvin Johnson is the one player that finished with the most yards in the NFL, but it was below 2,000.
It was 1,962.
Not too far below.
Just looking at that. So I know it's not many. And it's a pretty illustrious list of people that have done it before. But if we're looking at the Atlanta Falcons, just looking at the offseason additions that they've made, there have not been many very strong additions made to their defense, for sure. Statman Kyle's got for us over there. There have been 4 receivers that have gone over 1,800 yards in the NFL. Looks
like we got Antonio Brown in
Yeah.
2015 with the Steelers. He had 1,834 yards. Dang. Number 3 was Jerry Rice with 1,848 yards with San Francisco in 1995. 2015 was wild. Julio Jones in 2015 with the Falcons had 1,871 yards. And then Calvin Johnson at the top of the list there, 1,954 yards in 2012 with the Detroit Lions. Dude, you imagine 2000. What were we doing? What teams did we have in 2015?
Wait, what?
2015, there were 2 of the top. I mean, Antonio Brown and Julio Jones both went for 1,800 yards.
Julio and Antonio were just stellar.
That's wild.
At their
I
prime.
don't think I realized that at the time. That's nuts.
So, and if you look down here, you see in 2018, Julio Jones had 1,677 yards. Then a little further down, 2014, he had 1,593 yards, which leads me more into Calvin Ridley here. That man, Julio Jones, is gone. He's no longer with the Atlanta Falcons. You got Matt Ryan there, who, I mean, Julio was his biggest comfort blanket there. He's been establishing more and more of a rapport with Calvin Ridley. We've seen the explosions that Calvin Ridley can have, even without Julio there. In some of the games that Julio missed, Calvin Ridley actually did quite well for himself with Julio being out. So I'm thinking that they already had a terrible defense last year. They didn't do much to really bolster that defense at all this offseason. They might have made a couple of additions that I just don't recognize the names, and they might pick it up a little bit, but nothing that's going to make you go, oh man, their defense got so much better. They signed Mike Davis. They got rid of Todd Gurley. Is Mike Davis really going to be that much better than Todd Gurley? I don't think they added a whole lot to their O-line.
Yeah, he's going to be.
He's going to be the bell cow for that team for sure. But I know Arthur Smith from the Tennessee Titans did go to the Falcons, and we know that his game plan has been just give the ball to the running back. But we look at the running back that he had was Derrick Henry, and he had the Tennessee Titans O-line. He's not going to have that in Atlanta. Calvin Ridley's going to be the go-to guy. Kyle Pitts being a rookie tight end, we know how hard it is for rookie tight ends to actually produce in the NFL, to pick up on their offenses and their systems and things like that. I think the Atlanta Falcons are just going to have to throw. They've been in the top 5 for offenses, for passing attempts for the past several years. They're going to definitely have to throw over 600 times this next season again, adding in an extra game to the schedule as well. And I think Calvin Ridley is going to feast, get over 1,800 yards. He's going to be that 5th wide receiver to get over that 1,800-yard mark for sure.
Well, I mean, who are the other wide receivers? You got Russell Gage and
there's
Olamide Zacchaeus.
We got a grocery store clerk, I think, that they got. And
you're calling Russell Gage a grocery store clerk? Take that back.
No, he's
not a grocery store clerk.
No, he was a bowling shoe checkout guy.
He's not. Oh my gosh! You know what, Russell Gage, if you're out there, I'm with you, bro. Okay,
I'm with you. I got you.
With you, dude.
I almost thought you guys were quoting the Replacements there when they had that fast wide receiver, the grocery store guy.
Was he a grocery store guy?
Yeah, he worked in the grocery store.
I knew that came to me from somewhere.
Not a grocery store clerk.
No, Calvin Ridley's just going to be the main target for Matt Ryan there. He's probably the guy that he's most comfortable with. We know what kind of talent he is, and they're going to have to throw the ball.
I will say this, Ben. Have you taken into consideration the Falcons' schedule? It's kind of tough.
It could be a little bit tough, but that may just mean that they need to throw the ball even more.
If you're down the game,
it could,
you throw
but
the ball.
Yeah, but Falcons got kind of a scary little schedule ahead of them. Week 1, they got the Titans. Week 2, Dolphins.
Titans defense doesn't scare me at all. Dolphins, Browns
week 3, yeah, and then Eagles. That was right. That's preseason. Okay, week 1.
Yeah, we were looking at preseason.
So week 1, we got Eagles and then the Bucks.
Okay,
Giants.
The Bucks scares me a bit.
Okay,
Washington scares me a little bit.
Okay, the Washington football team week 4, and then you got New York Jets week 5. Their defense is probably their stronger part of their team.
I remember we talked about that one of the weeks last year, and then they just crapped the bed. It was so bad.
Week 7, you got Miami again.
Stronger team.
Week 9, you got the Saints. 11 is the Patriots, Tampa Bay in 13 again, San Francisco in 15, Buffalo in 17, and then the Saints again in 18. So, I mean...
Well, listen, it's not a schedule that really completely scares me off. I get what you're saying, but this is bold predictions, and
going bold.
I'm telling you, Calvin Ridley going nuclear. 1,800 yards this season.
Whoa. You heard it here first.
That's right.
Unless you heard it from somewhere else.
What? Yeah, maybe. I haven't heard that podcast. All right. Chance.
All right.
What is your second bold prediction?
Bold prediction. So my second bold prediction is going to be A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. Finish both top 12 wide receivers. And I don't know if you guys watch the Titans too much, but past, I don't even know how many years, 5-6 years, never been much of a throwing team. Derrick Henry getting over 2,000 yards last year.
Derrick Henry show.
So I just believe when you have two wide receivers like Julio Jones and A.J. Brown, they're going to have to throw it more. And they got rid of Corey Davis, Jonnu, and Adam Humphrey. So you got about close to 200 attempts there up for the pickings for A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. And you also had 9 games under 30 attempts for Tannehill last year. And I don't think he's going under 30 again. I don't think Derrick Henry's going to get close to 2,000 again this year. I think he'll get 1,500 yards, but that's going to be off of a lot less carries because they're going to be throwing the ball to Julio and A.J. Brown. I just don't see how those guys, you ignore them.
Oh.
Hello, Ann.
Ann agrees, apparently.
Ann agrees. According to Statman Kyle over there, it looked like the Titans had only thrown over 300 yards in a game 3 times last year. I believe that's what I saw. 300 yards in 3 different games they had. The rest look like they're all right around those low to mid 200s.
Yeah, that's just when they hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. Oh, we'll try to throw a pass now. Okay, that didn't work. Let's go to Derrick Henry again.
Man, that game against the Browns there, December 6th, 62 passing yards. Was that that rain and wind game that they had?
Might have been.
Yeah, I think so.
That one was ugly. The score was, what, 8 to... Oh, wait, where's the score on that one? I can't find it there. No, I don't think it has it on there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty bold. So you're claiming both top 12.
So A.J. Brown finished 9 in standard last year and 12th in PPR. So I think he'll be both top 12 next year again. And with Julio Jones, I think they're just going to have to throw it more often. And Julio has been in the top 10, top 5 range multiple seasons. So I just don't see how it's not happening. But it is the Titans offense where they do like to run the ball. Mike Vrabel loves running the ball. He likes that hard nose. Stick in your face, run out the middle, see what defensive line and linebackers can stop. But I think they got to throw this ball this year. So that's my bold prediction, both in the top 12.
You'd have to think that if the Titans go out there and they go and trade... Well, they didn't really... Yeah, they traded, didn't they?
They didn't trade very much.
But it was a second-round pick. Is that right?
I think 2nd and 5th.
2nd and 5th. Anyways, I mean... They took on, well, the biggest part of it wasn't really the capital that they got. They took on Julio Jones' salary. So that was that in itself. Oh, Kyle's got it right
2022
here.
2nd round pick and a 2023 4th round for Julio Jones and a 2023 6th round pick.
That's right. The biggest thing was of that whole deal, which, I mean, anyone in their right mind would have traded a 2nd and a 4th for Julio Jones. I mean, the guy's is a stud beyond belief. But taking on his salary was the biggest snag for all these teams. So you'd have to believe that the Titans, taking all that on, they're in win now mode, obviously. They know that Derrick Henry can't keep doing what Derrick Henry has been doing for, he's done it the last 3 or 4 years now. How many more years do you think he can realistically keep pounding the ball like that? I mean, he might be an outlier, but I don't know, maybe 1-2 more years of toting the rock 300 plus times.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's going to be doing that anymore with Julio Jones. But then again,
I think you're right. They're going to tone back Henry just a little bit, maybe save him for the end of the year, and then just let him go wild, and then maybe try and throw more. So, yeah. I mean, the only way that the Titans could justify getting Julio is by throwing it more. So, and Tannehill's that he's like the Titans in the AFC. Yeah, he's the AFC version of Russell Wilson. Essentially, he's super efficient on low throws.
Yes,
low number of throws.
Yeah, last year he had what? Yeah, like I said, 9 games under 30 attempts.
It's pretty.
I don't think that's happening again.
No,
I think he's thrown 30 attempts plus every game this season. If he's not, then
Chance, I like to hear that because I got Tannehill and Julio on my dynasty team. All right, really? I like to hear that.
I don't think I've heard this from you before.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for an offer from you, Chance.
Just wait.
They are both available. They're both available.
Just wait till he sends you a trade offer live here on the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to send you nothing. You send it to me. You send it to me. They're available, just so you know. Bold, though. I like it. And if it comes to fruition,
where exactly
does
A.J. Brown finish?
Where exactly? I think A.J. Brown, God, he's just such a physical specimen. Like, he's just fast. He's strong. I think he finishes 7.
Ooh.
I think AJ.
And you
I
say
think
Julio's 12? You said they're both top 12, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This might get bold, but I think if Julio finishes 10 or 11,
Oh.
I think he's going to get those fly routes where he does whatever to the cornerbacks he's done for years and years and years and gets super open. And
here's the real question. Does Julio get touchdowns in the end zone this year when they're in the red zone? Ooh.
I'm going to say yes.
Does he finally get to double digits, though?
I think we looked this up one time. I think Julio's only had 1 year where he had double-digit touchdowns. In fact, here, I got it right here in front of me. Sorry.
Statman Kyle's got it right here in front of all of us.
Oh, never mind. Hang on a minute. We'll look at this right here.
So this prediction just got bolder, people. It's two top 11 wide receivers, not even top 12.
He got a little bolder.
That 1 year. He had 1 year where he had 10 touchdowns back in 2012. That's his only year that he had 10 receiving touchdowns.
2012.
And Ben, you think he'll break that this year too?
I don't know about double digits. I think he's definitely catching more than the 3 and the 6 that he caught the past 2 years.
I think if Chance's prediction comes right, he has to go over double digits.
Oh.
He has to go over double digits if they both wind up
That's
both top 10.
One thing I would say. It'd be
or
pretty
both
hard.
top 12.
Okay, here we go. Right here. AJ and Julio, both top 11 wide receivers. And Julio is catching double-digit touchdowns.
Ooh, I like that.
Mark it down.
Isn't that insane, though? Like, when you think of Julio Jones, you think, oh, man, that guy has to have had double-digit touchdown seasons multiple years. Just 1 year.
In 2012. How long ago that was? Almost 10 years now.
His sophomore year.
It's all yardage, man. It comes
all
on the back of all the yards.
He kills it.
It's insane. I mean, one of the only 4 over 1,800 yards we were just looking at. So
that's true. Back in 2015, it was a heck of a year.
Yeah, he and Antonio Brown that year.
Jeez,
wow.
That's him with a wow.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Owen.
All right, AJ and Julio both top 11, and Julio goes double-digit touchdowns.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I like it.
All right, well,
man, we made that prediction extra spicy.
That got nice.
Extra
we had
spicy.
to do that one for you guys.
Yeah, dang. Just a little bit on the top, just a big little bit.
All right, well. Do you want to round it out with yours, or do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go ahead. You can
take yours.
Yep. I'll go ahead.
Okay.
I'll do it. And I did tilt on this one.
Yes,
you guys
did.
were here for the live tilt when I decided to change it up.
Yep.
This bold prediction got changed at the last second.
Before
It
we started
holds
the
up.
show.
It holds up, though.
It holds up for show. Anyways, here we go, people. My last bold prediction of the 2021 NFL season is the Dallas Cowboys will have 3 1,000-yard wide receivers on their team.
Wow.
Yep. Thank you, Owen. Thank you. So, I mean, what's there not to say about the Dallas Cowboys offense? It is a high-powered, efficient offense when people are healthy and all cylinders are running. I mean, Dak Prescott has a connection with Amari Cooper. He's got a connection with Michael Gallup. And in the few games that we saw him with CeeDee Lamb, I think Dak likes CeeDee Lamb. I think he likes him some CD. So
I don't see how you couldn't.
Right? Don't see how nobody could.
I used to listen to CDs all the time back in the day.
CDs
I
were
had
the dominant music option at one point.
I had a 6 CD changer in my car.
Oh, yeah. In your trunk?
Oh, yeah.
I just got rid of a truck that had a 6 CD changer in the dash.
You hate CD Lamb. I see how it is. Okay.
I love CD Lamb. I love him. I love that guy.
You're not worried at all about Michael Gallup, though, not getting extended? They don't seem too keen on him anymore.
I think that's just going to be a matter of. I think they like him, but I think Gallup is going to want money that they're not going to be able to give him. So that's just that's just a nature of the beast with the business.
I just don't think they were able to extend many more.
Yeah. I think they'd love to, but you have Zeke, you have Dak, you have CD, you have Amari, which that almost, man, now that they said that they're not going to extend now that they said they're not going to extend Gallup, do you think that they're going to keep Amari after this year?
I think
What
that
do you
depends
think?
on like what his health does this year. I think he stays a full 16 games.
That just came to me right there. That's interesting. I didn't think about that because we've all talked about that. After this year, Amari's gone, right? Yeah, I mean, they're going to keep CD, and then Gallup would be the number 2. But if they just came out and flat said we're not extending Gallup, you think they extend Amari?
I think if he takes the full 16 games and plays the way Amari does, the way him and Dak has that connection, I'd say it's hard to do it. But I mean, if he gets injured this year, it's very possible they just like, all right, you're done here.
I mean, they might maybe Dak is like the voice in the coach's ear and the GM's ear is like, no, I want Amari with me, through, because I mean, Amari's not that old. I think, was he 27, 28? I think he's 28, I believe. So I mean, he's probably has 2 more years of elite production. Yeah. So
you're probably not far off on this. I mean, with Dak got injured in week 5 last year, and he was on pace for ridiculous output through those first 4 games.
That's true.
He went 266 yards in the first game. Then he goes 450. Then he goes 472. Then he goes 502 in week 4, and then goes for 166, but then breaks his ankle. And you look at the 3 wide receivers from the Cowboys last year, and Amari was over 1,000. He was 1,114 yards. Looked like Gallup was at like 843.
Amari has had 1,000 yards every year he's been a Dallas Cowboy.
That's crazy.
All 3 years he's had 1,000 yards.
That's wild to me. 843 for Gallup, and then CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb ended up with
935. It looks like. So they were on the precipice of it last year.
They're not that far off. And Michael Gallup has had 1,000 yards receiving
2019, right?
with the Cowboys with Dak. So
you got to remember last year though they were playing with the likes of Cooper Rush and DiNucci
and Dalton. Don't forget the Red Rifle
Dalton,
guys.
Yeah.
Andy.
Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Andy.
Prescott was on pace for like over 7,000 yards in those first 4 weeks. I don't know that he would have gotten to that level of output.
It probably would have tailed off a little bit, but I mean,
that's
you can't think that. Yeah. So,
but I mean, if he stays healthy and can get off to a hot start similar to last year, it is not out of the question that all 3 of these guys go for over 1,000 at all by any means. And I think you said it, but I may have missed it. But how many teams have gone?
6 teams in the NFL since the start of the NFL, I believe, have had 3 1,000-yard receivers.
All on the same team.
All on the same team.
So if that's the case, then Michael Gallup kind of going to be a steal at his ADP right now. You kind of got to take Amari and CeeDee up pretty early in drafts, which I think they're going where they should be right now. But if you buy into this bold prediction and you think that Gallup's truly going to get up over 1,000 yards, then Gallup going down in, where's it going? Like the 8th?
Yeah, it's
round
way,
right now in 12-team leagues.
It's way low down there.
He'd be a steal.
Half PPR scoring. That'd be a pretty good receiver to have down there.
Oh yeah.
Let me see here.
As your wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 potential. I mean, depending on how you go early in the draft, but I'd say at that point
he's kind of
maybe a wide receiver 3 at that point if you go running back heavy early on. But.
Yeah.
And the thing, man, that just baffles me. When did we hear that news about Gallup? They're not wanting to extend Gallup. Was that just recently?
I just saw that today.
That's just today?
They just
today or maybe yesterday.
They just said they weren't making any more extensions on any free agents or like unrestricted free agents, upcoming unrestricted free agents.
So it's still something that could happen. It's just right now they're not making that decision. So if Michael Gallup does get into 1,000 yards, maybe they try to keep all 3 wide receivers again.
Okay.
Why get rid of a good thing?
Well, I was going to say, man, I mean, Gallup, I guess we'll see, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure at some point he's going to want to get paid a pretty good chunk because this is his 3rd or 4th year. This might be his 4th year in the league. So
it might be his 4th.
So it's, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're just figuring that he's going to want a good chunk for his next contract, and I don't think they have the money to be able to do it.
I was going to say, with what they're paying Zeke and Dak, and Amari right now. I don't know how they have the money to extend anybody anymore.
No joke. Michael Gallup currently right now in half-point PPR leagues is going at 113 average draft position.
Okay. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, I'd say he'd be a pretty good pick down there especially if you're going running backs early. You're getting into that 8th, 9th round down in that range, and Michael Gallup is sitting there. Would not be a bad flyer to take if you believe in the high-flying Cowboys offense.
You're going to be looking at guys...
And they're going to have to throw again.
Yeah.
Guys sitting around Gallup right now, you're looking at like Antonio Brown, Corey Davis, for other wide receivers, Darnell Mooney, Devontae Parker, Henry Ruggs, so Pittman, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams. I don't know. I would take Gallup over a lot of those guys probably.
Yeah, especially right now with Marquise Brown or hyping up Rondale Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Pretty well, and then now you don't got Carson Wentz there in Indianapolis for the first however
you're
long
talking
he's out.
Rashad Bateman?
Rashad Bateman.
Bateman. Yeah, so give me 3 Cowboys wide receivers over 1,000 yards this year.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Bold.
See if it pays off for him. So Michael Gallup's going right around like Corey Davis, Antonio Brown, and
Mike Williams.
So yeah, I'd definitely be taking Michael Gallup over Corey Davis because my bold prediction number 1 is another Jets wide receiver.
Whoa.
But it's Elijah Moore. And I believe fully that Elijah Moore is going to be the wide receiver rookie, number 1 rookie wide receiver. So out of all the wide receivers drafted in this year's draft class, Elijah Moore is going to finish the highest in fantasy scoring out of all of those guys.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
there you go.
Thanks, Owen.
Oh, wow. And, okay, this... Elijah Moore.
I got to hear this from the guy that loves Elijah Moore. Let's hear the reasoning for this one.
This is a strict, just full-on belief in the player that Elijah Moore is. If you're on fantasy Twitter and in all that right now, he's getting hyped up, but I'm telling you, I was on this train well before it left the station because I loved Elijah Moore at Ole Miss. He was an animal there. He comes in, and when you just hear the kid talk and everything that he says, his work ethic is really what sticks out to me more than anything, and that's a lot of what you're hearing in camp right now. It's what you're hearing from a lot of his teammates, that he's out there putting in more work than just about anybody going into this season. The reports out of camp right now too are that he's establishing himself a connection with rookie quarterback Zach Wilson. Real strong connection there. And one of my other big things is that Adam Gase is no longer there. So I think we're actually going to see an uptick from the Jets just overall.
It's got to be better. Whatever it is has to be better.
But I know they went and they signed Corey Davis for a big contract this year. But, I mean, what have we seen Corey Davis do, really? I mean, he had the chance to be the guy for the Titans for a little while.
Yeah, but he was going up against A.J. Brown.
No, that was for a year. Before that,
who did he have? Corey Davis was the guy, and he was just never consistent.
Yeah,
he's never been consistent.
He's dealt with some injuries, I'll say that much.
He put up big games, and then he just had games where he was just quiet.
Oh,
very quiet.
Who else? They brought in a couple other guys there. I know that Jamison Crowder restructured his contract there, and Jamison Crowder's getting a little bit older. They weren't necessarily in a hurry to try and bring him back. They said like, hey, you need to restructure this deal or you're gone. And they were going to be okay with him just going if he didn't restructure there. They brought in Keelan Cole from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm not entirely sure of any time that we were super excited about Keelan Cole being a fantasy stellar option. I just think that Elijah Moore, talent-wise, the cream rises to the top, okay? And in this case right now, Elijah Moore is the cream, okay? And I personally think Zach Wilson's going to be an okay NFL quarterback, really hoping he's not the next Sam Darnold, because that could ruin this bold prediction. But Robert Saleh, he seems to be a good coach, kind of a player's coach. He seems to be a pretty good coach from what I've seen so far. He hasn't had any ridiculous things coming out about him, like what's his face with the Lions now? Kneecap biter. Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell.
Kneecap biter.
Kneecap biter. Dan Campbell. Who is it with the Giants? Joe Brady?
Joe Judge.
Joe Judge. Up with the Giants. We've been hearing that sounds like he may be losing the locker room there. There's been fights with the Giants. Kelvin Benjamin gets released from that team and comes out and says, yeah, he's not a coach to get you to the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. We haven't heard any of this coming out about Robert Saleh. And in fact, you hear these players from other teams that were wanting to go to the Jets. Deshaun Watson was one. That early on in the offseason, there was a lot of talk and a lot of connection of Deshaun Watson to the Jets because of Saleh being named the head coach there. So I think if he's, competent in his coaching abilities, he's going to see the talent out there on the field at the wide receiver position. You're going to start seeing Elijah Moore get more and more used there, and I think he's going to outscore his other rookie compatriots this season.
His compatriots?
His compatriots.
His compatriots?
The cream is going to rise to the top.
Nah, you got to do it Macho Man.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, the cream rests to the top.
Ooh, yeah.
That's definitely a Macho Man Randy Savage bold prediction.
Is it
right there?
So, is it... I'm getting mixed up. Is it Robert Saleh or is it Robert Saleh? How do you say it?
I actually am not sure how to pronounce it.
I believe.
Robert
Kyle, what say you?
It's spelled S-A-L-E-H, so that makes me think Saleh.
Oh.
Saleh, but...
Yeah, but it's not Slay.
No, it's
Saleh.
not Slay. Saleh. Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh.
When I see it spelled, that's how I want to pronounce it.
I'm not sure. I apologize. I apologize, Coach, if we're saying,
Statman Kyle.
We lost our stats there for a little bit. So.
We are down.
Anyway, we'll figure out how to pronounce his name.
It's all right.
Either way, we're complimenting your coaching. And
yes, I apologize if we're butchering your name.
We hope that you're so much better than Adam Gase. And I believe you will be. And I believe Elijah Moore is going to be the main benefactor of that. And, rookie wide receiver 1 this season, Elijah Moore. Mark it down.
Marked it down.
You could get him down in the 13th round of your drafts right now. And we've talked about it before that it's not getting quite as scary to select these rookie wide receivers in redraft leagues as it used to be.
No.
They're kind of coming out and they're showing out a little bit. So
Elijah Moore going at draft position 133 on average right now. So he's going around guys like Nelson Aguilar, T.Y. Hilton, Russell Gage, Mecole Hardman, Rashad Bateman.
I'll take the potential number 1 wide receiver for the Jets.
And if y'all haven't figured out by now, Ben has this is his wide receiver crush right now. Right up there with Jerry Jeudy, right up there with Nick Chubb. And you will find out for the rest of these shows here on out through Elijah Moore's career.
It's all right. Hey.
This guy is Ben's guy.
I just like to take a stand on athletes and put it out there and let you know, just like Nick Chubb.
This is
best running back in the NFL.
That's him. Standing up there. Stand on that box.
Yeah. And I'll fight for it.
Yeah,
He's fighting for it
all the way through.
It's always going to stay on that box.
Exactly. Well, boys.
We did it.
We did it. Bold predictions. They're out there now.
They're out there. They can't be out there.
What we've said is what we said.
It's in the airwaves. Floating around to your ear holes. And that's how you bring it back around, boys. All right,
and
well,
we went full circle.
Maybe we'll keep track of these ones a little bit better. I know I've got mine pulled up somewhere, and we'll see if we hit on these.
We'll add that to the paper
The
collection.
Washington football team in the Super Bowl is going to be a real easy one for us to
Pay
remember
attention to.
and know.
Well, yeah. I mean,
think.
when they're playing in the Super Bowl, we'll realize who's right.
Alex got it right.
Can't believe it.
When Ryan Fitzpatrick is standing as Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, my
Top
gosh.
10 quarterback.
With his chain and his shirt just all the way unbuttoned, deep V down to the belly button, we'll know that Alex got that bold prediction correct.
Y'all got jokes, okay, but when you come back with a Super Bowl bet from Vegas on the football team, You're welcome.
If I go down to Vegas before the season starts, I'll definitely
I'm probably going to do it.
I'll definitely make a bet.
I'll do it. I'll do it for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that does it. We are the Fantasy Chairmen, and this is our podcast. And you can follow us at Chairman Fantasy, at FindFF Leagues, and at Fantasy Squatch on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff.
Is Fantasy Squatch still putting stuff out there?
It's still going out there. He's not very vocal anymore, but we've still got some stuff from the Fantasy Squatch, at least on the socials at this point.
Every now and again. Well,
at this point.
Download, rate, and review us on all your podcast listening devices. Apple, Google, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, really.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
Send us a review. It helps us out.
5 stars is much appreciated.
Statman Kyle, it was fun having you down here. Chance, it's always a pleasure.
Oh, yes. Pleasure
See you
being
guys later.
Bye.
here. Bye.
Hey, Alex.
What?
So when you're on a boat and you're on like a rocky ocean, and you're drifting out to sea, what's the best way to keep your boat like sturdy and just staying still?
Oars?
No, not even close. You throw out your anchor.
Oh, your anchor. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You throw out your anchor. You know what I like to do to keep my podcast steady and just sturdy while everything else seems to be rocky and wavy around me?
Not oars, right?
Not oars. It's Anchor again.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Anchor.fm. Let me explain. This app is free, completely free to host your podcast on.
Like 100% free?
100% free. And you get unlimited storage for all your episodes.
Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
As Russell Wilson would say.
Yes.
That's right. It's also got creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
Well, I'm all about that.
I know. And it also distributes your podcast for you, so it can be heard on the likes of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all of them.
What's not to like?
It's great. You can even make money from your podcast, Alex.
And we're all about that.
And you don't need minimum listenership. So,
That's
good. That's a real good thing. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. You need to download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I'm getting right on it right now.
Keep your boat and your podcast sturdy.